Hey everyone, it's been a crazy summer and not in the best of ways, and I just wanted to give everyone an update and just ask for prayers before I do the garden update and whatnot. I want to keep it brief. I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to try not to share too many details. At the end of June, my father-in-law passed away, and thankfully we were able to be there with him, but yeah, he passed away, and he had cancer, so we kind of knew it was coming, but we just weren't. I mean, anyone that's gone through that knows, like, you don't really know, you don't really have a timeline. But he passed away, and thankfully, like, again, we were able to be there. All of his kids were there, and his wife, and yeah, it was beautiful getting to be there as a family together. But that was definitely, like, really hard. So yeah, that's probably the biggest things on our minds right now. Also, so yeah, just prayers for my family, prayers for my mother-in-law and all of her kids. You know, and just loss is hard in general. I am grateful that we did kind of know it was coming. Like, you know, cancer is a slow process. So yeah, I am glad that we kind of were prepared in a way. It wasn't something sudden, and again, we were able to be there. But yeah, if you could just keep my family in your thoughts and prayers, because we didn't expect it this soon, but we did expect it. If you could also pray for my grandma. She fell and broke her back, I think in like 3 different spots. I have yet to visit. I feel really bad. So Grandma, I am gonna visit you, and I'm sorry that you're going through this. Also, this is just kind of a funny thing. I was on a call with her today, and like a FaceTime call, and she's like, "Oh, Chrissy, you were on the TV," and her phone volume, I guess, wasn't very loud, and so she's like basically telling me to put up on my hands the channel number, and I'm like, "Grandma, it's not a channel, it's YouTube." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "It's YouTube, it was just playing on the TV," but she couldn't understand me. And she's like, "How often do your episodes come out? Every week?" No, probably like once a month, if that. So anyways, that was kind of humorous. But if you could pray for her, because she's in a lot of pain. She was saying that they're gonna cement something, like they're gonna inject something into her back and cement it. So if you could just be praying for that process, and that she just, you know, feels peace, I'd really appreciate it. And then probably the last thing, again, all of this is happening at the same time. It was a lot mentally. Where were we? Oh, we got back from visiting my father-in-law. They're in upstate New York, and again, like, we were told a few months ago that he wasn't in remission anymore, that it came back. So we were trying to visit as much as possible. And anyway, we're visiting, we come back, I think we were gone for maybe like 10 days or something like that. We came home and there was a rat in our house, and I've never dealt with rats before. I've dealt with mice before. I think that's like a pretty common thing, but like, I grew up on Long Island, and when you think of rats, you think of city rats, and those are disgusting. And I get it, like, I'm out in the country now, I have a garden, like, it's gonna attract them. But it was disgusting. We came home, we checked on the garden, we tried to see how much growth had happened, and we go inside. My husband had a tick on him, and I think this was like a God thing for sure. Kind of like when I think a lot of people struggle with like when bad things happen to them. They're like, I don't know why this happened, but I have a mindset of like everything happens for a reason. So my husband had a tick on him. He finds out he's in our bedroom and he flings it on the bed, not thinking. And so now we have to check the bed and try to find this tick. Well, while we do that, I see a very long mouse poop on our bed. And I'm like, that's disgusting. That I don't think is a mouse. What's bigger than a mouse? I think it's a rat. So we go searching the house, and we had some like saved beef grease that you're trying to like render into tallow. And we saw claw marks all in that, and so now we're like just feeling disgusting. And anyways, searching every single room, and it, lo and behold, was in our spare bedroom. We probably spent an hour in there, and like I had washed a whole bunch of stuff before we went. I put it all on the spare bed because that's generally what I do. If my dining room table is like filled with stuff and I don't want to put it on our actual bed because like we sleep there, then I'll just put it on the spare bed and I'll get to it when I get to it. Well, the rat pooped all over it. I'm pretty sure there were pee stains on our pillows. It was disgusting. And we did find the rat. It took us an hour, but I killed it. I felt bad, but like also I didn't, because you're in my house now, and if I like release it, it's just gonna come back because it knows where the food is. So I deep cleaned the house the next day. And by the way, that was our 1-year house anniversary. I remembered that because I was like, well, it's a good time it happened now, because like I need to clean stuff anyways. I need to like get behind the fridge and get behind the stove, which there was rat poop there. So it like worked out kind of well timing wise. It was weird that it was summer, but I think it's just we weren't home. So there's a fly that keeps going between my phone and my arm. But anyways, so we have like Wise cameras, and my husband set that up because we had to go back upstate again, and for like a work trip, and when we were in the hotel room, it like we got a notification at like 2 in the morning. We opened the app and there's a rat on the camera, and like my heart just sank because there's nothing you can do. Like we're there for work, like we can't just go home. We had to stay like the rest of the week. So yeah, it was just disgusting knowing that like it was in our house. And I think it triggered like one more time, and we had a separate camera and that one triggered again. But we didn't have any traps set up. So then we come back home, set all the traps up, and then we get the call about my father-in-law that like he was in serious condition. So I think it was like we were only home for like 12 hours. And while some may say like, oh, that sucks, and it like driving wise, it was not the best timing, but we didn't have traps set up before, so it was nice. And we didn't have traps set up before because we ordered them online and they never arrived in time, which we were pretty pissed about, but it's fine. So anyways, we figured out where the entry points are. We shored that up. We placed traps. We did see that they've nibbled some of the poison, so we think that they've died, and that they're outside now, because I've been in the house. I've been deep cleaning everything again. It's been a lot. So if you could just pray for us, because I'm just like, it's the worst summer of my life. It really is. Everyone has different trials and tribulations, and this is just one after the next. When it rains, it pours. So yeah, if you could just be praying for us, I really appreciate it. But anyways, Oh, with that, we are getting cats. We are getting chickens next month in just a few weeks now, and we're getting cats as well. So you might hear me talk about that in the video. I just wanted to mention. But yeah, hopefully those cats, like, if you've ever seen the movie Mousetrap, we basically got the equivalent to that cat coming in. Her name's Crazy Jane, for a reason, so we'll just say that. But anyways, all right, garden tour. There's a lot that's changed. There's beauty in absence. Let's go. Okay, we're starting in a slightly different area just because I was already sitting over here. My house is there. Here's the front of the garden. So we're over here. By the way, this is where all of the rats, I'm sure, are living. I have mentioned this in previous videos, but there was a hoarder that had lived here, and the flipper had put all of his stuff in here. And there's so many different access points. And I mean, we haven't helped. Like, this is our junk, and I have compost over there. So like, we haven't helped at all. But our neighbor said that the previous owner had a rat problem because she would come over and help them and whatnot. So anyways, they're here. But here are the tomatoes. I can't really go too far back because it's pretty overgrown, and my husband is again away. He comes back tomorrow, so when I publish this, he will be home. Ooh, a frog. Wait. Oh, do you see it? Anyways, okay, sorry. When he comes back, this will be posted for all those moms and dads out there that are like, you be careful saying you're alone. When it's posted, he'll be back. But he took the keys to our shed with him because they're on his car keys, so I can't weed whack this. But anyways, tomatoes are in the back. They haven't really changed too much in my opinion. Here's the potatoes. I did dig up some, and I had them with steak, and it was delicious. I left my shovel over there. But yeah, it was really cool. I have Yukon Gold. I actually will trek over here because I am pretty proud of this. So this is all my squash. I just took the low caterpillar tunnel off of it just in case. But this is a variety called Gold Rush that was sold at my local place, and it's looking really good. Here's my hand for kind of size reference. There's another one coming in. I know people that are like expert gardeners are like, girl, why do you have so many squash plants? But last year I really struggled with squash vine borers, so I just didn't want it to be an issue because I don't want to spray. This is, I think, just a normal zucchini. I did grab a plant without a tag, so I think that's that. There is, yep, another, I don't want to go too deep in this grass. There was a snake in my yard, so they're not poisonous, but so that's the other zucchini. And then we have a butternut that has actually trellised or traveled all the way into this mint, so that'll be kind of exciting. But let's step out of this. Okay, I did check myself for ticks. I don't have any ticks on me. Look at the corn. Look at it. Hang on. Okay. Can you see? I'm 5'4". That's gotta be 6 foot tall. So, yeah, it's my corn. So, pretty excited. It has started to, I think you call this tasseling. I'm not quite certain, but look at that one right there. Again, here's my hand for reference. Oops. So I'm really excited about it. I was gonna do the Three Sisters method. I didn't get around to planting the other things. I did try to do a butternut in here, which you can kind of see right there. It hasn't really taken off. But what I do think is cool is I have some volunteer marigolds within, and I have some volunteer violas. Can you see those? Can I zoom in? Volunteer, where's the other one? I think, yeah, volunteer and volunteer. So I thought that was so cute. Here is a native, I want to say this is a thyme. Oops. Here you go, bee. Sorry about that. A native thyme to my region. The other day I saw like 9 honeybees on this. It was crazy. It is the end of the day, so I'm thinking maybe there's not so many. These green stalks, man. I need to do something with them. I have a problem though that I want volunteers, so I just leave all of the seed pods so that way hopefully they'll mature and will plant themselves for me. So things look a little overgrown, but I'm just being a lazy gardener. But we'll go over here and we'll do the tomatoes. Tomatoes have been so productive for me. I've been able to harvest a lot. What I've been doing though, because I do have a groundhog and rats, is I'll just pick them when they're like this, and then they can continue ripening in the house. This one's probably fine, but like this one could totally get picked because it's already started blushing, so it's already producing the gases that are going to continue changing the colors. So I just have a basket in the house of those. I'm not going to pick them all though right now. I'll pick them after because I don't want to have a lumpy set of overalls. But like, I don't want to touch that one. Like that was eaten by the groundhog. So I know that I need to move it, but again, if the seeds want to continue developing and then it'll volunteer for me next year, that would be great. I think I do have 9 plants. I do feel like this is a bit overcrowded, and because I was gone for a while in June, I wasn't really able to get this all trellised up. So I do kind of wish that it looked a little bit more tidy, but it's producing, so that's fine. Cucumbers haven't really grown up the trellis too much, but that's okay. They are producing. I've made a lot of pickles and they're really good. This is the shoot, what is this called? It's gonna come to me. Oh, I forget, but I'll put it up on the thing. It's very nice tasting cucumber in my opinion. And again, not doing super well over here, but this garden bed I really have to redo. I need to add more soil. I need to take like a lot of the things out. This is a radish plant that's gone to seed, and I already have a radish plant that did create seed. So I need to just collect this and then take it out. It's a whole thing of grass right here. So my problem though, my problem is that I think diversity in the garden bed really helps with your plants. So I'm like, that can stay. It's probably servicing something. But I just need to take it out and like plant other stuff in here. I think what I'd like to do is plant some like apothecary flowers. I don't have calendula. I heard some cool things about calendula, bee balm. I don't have those things. So, and I want to add more color because the only bit of color is right here and right there. So I think that's my goal with this. Here's how the celery is doing. It's really nice. I need to chop it up and use it, just haven't yet. And then all of the poppies have died and their seeds are dried out. So I'm trying to shake it. Oh shoot, I just took that whole, you can kind of hear, that's just weird. Anyways, I need to collect the seed pods. We've been getting a lot of rain. The peach tree isn't doing super well, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. And then this is the front trellis. Again, hasn't really grown high yet. Gonna give it some time. I do have a Hale's Best, not watermelon, cantaloupe on here. I'm excited about that. I haven't found anything on this side yet. Same thing with this bed. I just need to give it a spruce up, really give it attention. My rosemary's doing nicely. I actually made a hair rinse with that. Here's my butterfly bush, and I have some chamomile that's leaning over. All right, this other trellis at the front, again, I have 2 at the very front. I said in another video, I wasn't sure what was gonna be on here, if I was gonna have loofah or watermelon. I definitely have loofah, but I also have watermelon as well. This is gonna be the Bush Baby watermelon, and then that's loofah, I don't know what kind. But yeah, so it's doing pretty well. there's another little one over here, and looks like another. So they're producing, and this trellis has definitely been a showstopper in the morning because all those little flowers open up. It's very pretty. And then I was not able to harvest all of the artichoke. I only harvested one. I gave it to my mother-in-law. There's a bumblebee currently on this guy. This is what an artichoke plant looks like. When you eat an artichoke, you're eating the undeveloped flower, and this is what it will look like. Eventually, it'll look all sad and depressing like this. This bed is also really messy, and I need to get it under control, but I'm giving myself grace because I've had a hard time. So I'm enjoying the beauty of this plant. Again, I think I'm just trying to be positive and just remember that God does everything for a reason. And I'm not like choosing to be bitter about what has happened in this month, or what will happen in the future. I just think that artichokes are such a great example of like when things don't go your way, there's still beauty that can occur. Like this could have been food for me, but now it's a lot of food for the pollinators, and it's so pretty. Like it's such a showstopper. So yeah, I think kind of keeping that positive mindset and just allowing God to take control and take the reins. Just being like, okay, God, I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know what the process is, but I trust you. And right now life sucks, but I'm going to give you this. I'm going to ask you to like hold me during this time. So that's my belief. I don't know if it's yours, but I just wanted to give some encouragement that like, if you're also going through a hard time, just give it to God and your prayers will be answered. It might not happen in the time that you would like, but he is listening, and you know, he's there for you. And if you have prayer and you want to leave a comment below, like I'm asking for prayers from you guys. If you want to leave a comment below, if you're comfortable, I'd love to pray for you guys too. You know, it's a community and we're all here to support each other. Right, Mr. B? Right. Okay, anyways, going through this tunnel, I have been able to have some of the blueberries, but because I was gone for a while, I think I left too many ripe, and I think the birds found them, because since then I haven't been able to find them. It's also really wild. There's vines growing all over it. Same thing with the what are these called, raspberries over here. They're not doing well, but hopefully next year they'll be okay. I do think I have a bunny, well, I know I have a bunny issue. I think this might be part of it. I'm not super certain, but yeah, hasn't really been my ideal year, but I'm taking it. I did plant some sunflowers before I left. They were eaten a little bit on the bottom, but since I've been home, they've been able to really grow. I think these are sunflowers too. I could be wrong though. Huge weed, but huge thing of grass, but whatever. I also planted cosmos. I mentioned in a video before that I wanted to have a garden that had all of my wedding bouquet flowers, and cosmos were in them. Like, look how just thick these stems are. I'm so impressed right now. None have bloomed, but I know that when they do, it's just gonna be amazing. So I'm excited about that. That's how my basil's doing. I had a volunteer tomato plant, and they kind of naturally grow on the ground, so since it volunteered, I just let it do its thing. I haven't had any harvest off of that. There's these over here. The foxglove did bloom, and it was really pretty. There's a little bit left of some of these, and it looks like not all of them did bloom, but oh, this one, that color is my favorite. You're not seeing it in like peak color, but or peak bloom, but that one was my favorite. So yeah, I am hopeful that they'll maybe bloom a little bit more from the other ones, and maybe next year get taller too. I also planted some zinnias. They're kind of going out of bloom, but some haven't bloomed yet, so that'll be exciting when they do. Yeah, I just want more color. I did have a ground cherry plant right here. I tried it. I didn't like it, so I pulled it because there's a lot. I know that seems wasteful, but I just really don't want those seeds developing, and then I have a ground cherry problem right here because I want to try to maximize my space, and if I don't eat that thing, then I don't want it in there. Here's how my asparagus is doing. Really happy about that. It's a little hard to see on the camera just because, you know, there's green as a background, but yeah, there's lots of shoots, lots of these guys. My mother-in-law's asparagus garden though, oh, gives this a run for its money. Her asparagus things are like 5 feet tall. It's crazy. Here's how the fig bushes is growing. So I guess it grows from the base and not the old branches. So I kind of have to take those down. I'm just leaving it though for now. And I took down the sweet peas because they were dying, and I'm going to make this now a summer trellis. That was a winter spring trellis. This is now the summer trellis, and this is going to be my zucchini rampicante. And look at that beast. Again, here's my hand for reference, kind of. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? I'm so excited. And there's more. Now, I have seen some squash bugs on here, but I've just taken them out as I've seen them. And unless you guys are seeing squash bugs, I haven't seen any others. I also haven't seen any squash vine borers, but again, that time could come. And when it does, we'll get to it. These guys really haven't done much, which is okay. That one's getting there. But yeah, really pleased with this plant. This is the earliest one that I did, which is why it just took off. I did harvest the carrots and I left the ones that bolted, so that way I could maybe get some free carrot seeds, and maybe it'll maybe it'll self-sow. The zucchini has kind of shaded out the really flea beetle eaten what are these called, eggplants, but I still do have some. Let me try to find, is there any on that plant? Don't see. Oh, there's a little guy here. Here's a little eggplant. There's one right here. Do you see now why it's called eggplant? I think some people don't get the name. I know in other places they're called, I think, aubergines. But yeah, because they kind of look like little eggs, which is pretty cool. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna make ratatouille out of, I'm gonna make it the like peasant way and just dice everything up. But ratatouille requires eggplant, squash, the tomato that's in my pocket, tomato, and onion, maybe a few other things, but that's I think mainly what I do. So everything's growing, and when my husband gets back, I'm gonna make that for us. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. All right, so this is the green bean tunnel, and it's looking really good, and I've already preserved and eaten fresh from this. Real quick though, here's how the parsley is doing. No caterpillars just yet, swallowtail caterpillars just yet, and I'm wondering if it's because I have a wasp nest right here. And wasps, they are good. I know a lot of people are scared of them, including myself, but they are pollinators and they really do a good job at killing bad insects. However, sometimes they're maybe gonna kill your caterpillars. At least that's my thought. So either they just haven't, it's not their life cycle part-time yet, or those wasps have been killing them. But oh man, I just can't get over that view with the cone flowers and the vines and the sun. I just love it. I do have purple potted pole beans. Some of these are way too ripe, again, just from being gone for so long. They've kind of gone past their prime. If you have a recipe or a way to preserve it, I would really love to know, because I don't want to let these go all to waste. But some of them are perfect for picking. I just have to do it. These I think are the rattlesnake pole beans. Fun fact, when you cook them, I have learned, they will lose their purple. So these will just go kind of like a dark green, and these will go more so like a light green, but all that purple goes away. I don't know the science behind why, but that's just what I've found. These have got to be some of my favorite flowers. They're not like they're, you know, they're not in their prime, but just look at those colors. I love the cream. I love the light. I really like this maybe magenta, purple, whatever you call it. That bright red or pink. I just think that's so pretty. Really love that. I want more of these. Here's this over here. It just, I think why I like them too is it just looks like a bouquet. That right here, do you see it? That is a nymph of a, what are those called? Lanternfly. Oh, did I get it? No, I didn't. Those things are the bane of my existence. Okay, this is how the cabbage, and I did actually harvest cabbage from over here, but these are how the Brussels sprouts are doing. I need to take them out. I haven't had time. That's just going to be the theme of today's video. Okay, here's broccoli. Started to take them out. Haven't finished it. Yeah, but here's the snapdragons. They're looking really sad, but in their youth they were gorge. They're called snapdragons, by the way, because when you pinch them, they talk. Isn't that cool? Love it. I showed my sister that, and she thought it was really neat. Okay, here's the middle with all of my ooh, there's a, oh my gosh, it was a hummingbird. It was a hummingbird. There were two of them. Anyways, this is the middle, and I have to take out the onion. What I've been doing though is I've just been kind of using it as I need it and kind of letting the ground store it for now, because I don't think it's quite ready yet. I'm pretty sure the top has to fall over and get like really soft, and that hasn't happened, so I've just been using as it grows. Here's how my what's that called, basil is doing. You should pick off these so that way it doesn't change flavor. These are the flowers, and then it'll continue to grow bigger, because every time that you prune, it's like a hydra, two more grow in its place. So it smells really good. I have a volunteer cherry tomato over here. There's some red ones I gotta pick, and then this is either thyme or oregano, I don't know, but the flowers are really pretty, and it smells really good too. Eventually I'll figure it out. Okay, this is pretty much my pepper bed. This is a shishito pepper. I just tried it the other day. You're supposed to eat the green peppers. Well, okay, let me backtrack. So what you can do with shishito peppers, which I've also tried with my jalapenos, and I've liked it for both, or nadapenos rather, is blister them. I just put them in a skillet with oil and like medium heat, and do fork them. I watched Roots and Refuge's video. She said fork them so it doesn't pop in your face. So follow her tip, watch her video for sure. But yeah, you blister them in a pan, and then you make like a garlic aioli. Again, she describes it all in her video, and it was really good. It's supposed to be like an appetizer, but she said that you're supposed to use the green ones. You can use the red ones. They get redder than this. You can use the red ones, but the walls are much thinner, so they just don't hold up as well as like a dipping thing. But yeah, I did the same thing with the nadapenos, jalapenos, and it was really good. So if you want to try it as an appetizer, what I did after that, this was my, I think this was my steak night. No, this was my pasta night. I made pasta, and then for a side dish I did green beans. And I used the same skillet that I did the shishitos in to do the green beans, just to give it a little bit of extra flavor. It went really well. So just some ideas for you. Okay, so again, I have to take out the broccoli. This is my marigold. It was here last year too. It's looking really nice. I have to take that out. And here are the bell peppers. This one turned purple, which is really cool. And this is a green one. All green bell peppers will eventually turn a color. It just means they're immature. So if you can't find seeds for a green bell pepper, it's because all the bell peppers will start off green and then they'll change to their color. So I have purple over here, and over there, I think one of them is an orange. Just in case you didn't know, because I didn't know that. And I was like, why can't I find green ones? All right, I think this is the last part as the pepper area. We got a lot of jalapenos. I've picked so many. The Calabrian chilies are turning red. I've made Calabrian chili oil already. Super easy. I'll link a video that I saw. I don't want to, like, same thing with Roots and Refuge. I'm not going to take credit for it. I didn't make it. But I got a lot of these and I made oil, and you put it over your pasta and it just tastes so good. These are the natapinos. Natapinos are just not spicy jalapenos, so it's like a hybrid. So my husband doesn't like heat. I like heat, but we like to do, which hence heat, Calabrian peppers. We like to do like jalapeno wrapped or bacon wrapped jalapeno things. What are those? Jalapeno poppers. And so I wanted to do those. But yeah, we've made lots of pickled peppers. I've tried to do dishes with them. I gotta give my stepmom some so she can make me some jalapeno cheddar bread. Definitely pepper rich. Also weed rich, but that is okay. I will eventually get to it. And if I don't, it's fine. So that is the end of July garden tour. Kind of crazy how quickly the summer is going by. Today is, I think, June 20th or 21st or something like that. And I go back to school August 4th. That's not when the kids come back. That's when I start training. But yeah, my summer's pretty much over, which is a little sad. But yeah, anyways, if I am in your thoughts and prayers, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you would like me to pray or think about you, I'm gonna be praying for you. I'm not gonna be thinking, I'll be praying for you. But feel free to leave a prayer request below. But yeah, anyways, next month is gonna be crazy too. They start school. We're getting chickens August 10th. And we're getting cats. We're getting 2 cats, Crazy Jane and Fenwick. Debating keeping the names, we'll see. So if you have any tips on how to acclimate barn cats, how to get them bonded if possible, how to train them to hunt mice and rats. They were outside cats to begin with. We're going through a barn cat program where they trap feral cats, spay/neuter, vaccinate, and then release. I forget the acronym for it. It's the acronym of everything that I just said, but I don't know the order. Anyways, so we're getting the cats through that type of program so they get to be back outside, and yeah, I'm excited for that, but also really nervous. So if you have any tips, I think the biggest question I have is how to feed them when we're away, and also make sure that other animals don't get into their feed. I have a plan for housing. I have a plan for heated water during the winter time. I'm just a little bit stuck on how to feed them when we're away, aside from just maybe hiring like a neighborhood kid to come by and fill up their food bowl. So if you have any suggestions, I really appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for clicking on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.